Alright, I'm Ronnie. I'm here with Ray. We're going to talk about Dragon Age Veilguard.
A little R&R.
That's not what this is.
No, this is.
The whole premise of that show is that there's less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This is nothing. I'm just going to stick this on my YouTube. This is we don't have a podcast anymore, and I can't be bothered to have a podcast anymore, but I want to do this one thing, so YouTube, I guess. Alright, for this one, because I figured the easiest way to do this would just be break it down by character and place, and then go into some other things later. Let's talk about Bellara and the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan, because that's... I don't know if you can talk about one character in this game without talking about their setting and their place, except Harding, I guess, because you never go to Ferelden.
I mean, again, at best, the dwarf shit, you know?
Okay, Bellara. Bellara's great and she's the best.
Uh-huh.
Obviously. Look, she was Rhyme Romance pick, so... I don't know, this super, obsessive nerd who's obsessed with her work and is extremely socially awkward and bad at relationships and doesn't think anyone would want to be in a relationship with them. Can't imagine why that would appeal to me.
It's not my fault you just romancing your wife in video games.
Yeah, apparently I just keep romancing the character that's the most like my real wife in video games.
Apparently.
This isn't as bad as when I married Abigail in Stardew.
Honestly, I was thinking that as I was saying it.
Look, we can't all be into sad old men, sad boys.
I know what I like.
We'll talk about Lucanus in the future. Alright, Bellara.
Sure.
The second person you meet in the game, I guess?
It's like a new character, I guess.
Not counting Varric?
He's not new.
Well, she's the first new character then, because Harding.
Yeah.
You kind of just run into her in a bush, right?
Yeah, you're just in the forest.
It's kind of the most straightforward meet cute imaginable. She just runs into you out of a bush. And then you're stuck in a big time bubble. That's why she kind of hangs out with you. Because you got to escape your weird veil bubble, and then I guess she just comes to your cool house because you live in a cool Alluvian house.
I mean, I think you need an Alluvian expert is the problem.
Yeah, I'm saying I know why you need her. I'm saying I don't know why she's hanging out with you. Probably to get access to your Alluvians.
Yeah, it seems likely.
She's your scientist? As much as you're gonna get one in Dragon Age?
I mean, isn't her thing tinkering?
Yeah. I'm saying as much as in this magical world, she's the Tali...
Oh, yeah.
/ Liara? Not really Liara.
Yeah, Liara's more, I would say, maybe not even science. She's an archaeologist, isn't she?
That is what she's supposed to be, yes. And then she makes a hard turn into being an information broker crime boss.
Sure does.
Bellara is your engineer. She's your Geordie.
Oh yeah, I guess.
There was a long pause while I tried to remember the engineers in Star Trek. I just kept wanting to say Data, but that's not what Data is.
Nope.
I like her funky arm thing.
Yeah, it's different.
Do you like Veil Jumpers? You played as one.
Yeah, I know. I just thought that it would be a bit kookier. No, I don't know about kooky.
The shit they do would be weirder?
Yeah, because they keep going on, and even Bellara talks about, ever since the thing, Arlathan Forest has been, ooh, but I don't know, you never really see it, so I was a bit underwhelmed.
It would, require a lot of unique programming, I feel like. They talk about Arlathan Forest like it's a Psychonauts level.
Which would have been great.
But it's just a forest with some floating platforms.
Yeah, basically.
And, I get it. They weren't going to program Psychonauts. Also, if every time you went back to that forest, it literally shifted. If the landscape actually shifted and was as unmappable as they talk about, that would be horrendous and unplayable. If it was a fucking Hades run every time you went in there.
They talk about that with the Navarin crap, don't they?
Oh yeah, and
the necropolis.
Yeah, it's also like
fucking
the old
Magnus
house.
Archives. Fucking.
I was thinking Control.
Oh yeah, that too.
I was about to say it's a bit like how in Control they constantly talk about the rooms shifting, but they don't.
They don't really, because you have a map that never changes.
Because if they did, the game would be unplayable.
It's true.
I get it. You want to have this cool thing, but also it needs to be a functional video game, so you can't actually have a shifty thing.
Yeah, isn't the shtick that, when you claim the control point...
Yeah, in Control, you are pinning down the rooms as you go through.
Yeah, that's part of the shtick.
I guess they could have done something like that for Veilguard. Yeah, it is just I mean, it's a nice forest.
Yeah, like, it's pretty, don't get me wrong. I wanted it to be a lot weirder than it was.
I just started replaying Origins. Did the Dalish Origin for the first time. That forest looks terrible.
Well, yes.
Even by 360 standards. Also, it's brown.
Yes.
Like everything else in Origins. I like that Arlathan is very big and colorful.
I mean, that is one of the things I really liked about Inquisition, was the sheer amount of color, and say what you want about Orlais, like, its architecture was very pretty.
Yeah, we'll talk about aesthetics another time, but like, the game had good color.
Dude.
I will say, I don't know that Arlathan quite fits in with the lore of Arlathan. The city.
I mean...
Lore-wise, it sank.
I mean, the Tevinter Imperium did something to it.
They sank it. They did a big blood mage spell, and like the big World of Thedas book says that they sank it.
Oh.
And it doesn't look very sunk. It looks just, I don't know, blown up and there's ruins around.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I really wanted to run around in an underground, basically just a dwarf city, but it's elven. I don't hate going there. That's a really low fucking bar. Like, I enjoy going back there. It's got some funky little areas.
Yeah, like, it's pretty. Like, there's some cute little puzzles to do and stuff.
I like the ruins and stuff. We'll talk about this with Nev, but it reminds me a little of Nev. How Nev's always talking about these crazy cases she's been on.
Sure.
But you never get to see or experience one of these crazy cases.
Nope.
Her cases that you do are always go here, kill some Venatori, go there, kill some Venatori.
More.
To experience what the characters are talking about, they would have had to make a completely different game that would not fit with like a level up RPG thing.
Yes, well, I mean, you've already touched a bit on, I guess, the theme disparity with Nev, but we're talking about Bellara and Arlathan.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it would be cool if it was like they talk about, but I get mechanically why it's not.
Yeah.
As dope as it would be if it was like, the neighborhood level in Psychonauts.
Oh, the Milkman Conspiracy?
Milkman Conspiracy.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
It platforms...
Like, they tried to do that with the water a bit.
Yeah, stuff you don't interact with is
Yeah.
funky. But, like, if the platforms you walked on, like, twisted around and went upside down, if they had those weird... I don't know if this is a programming limitation, but, you know in Psychonauts 2, like, they have those doors where you walk through them and you come out somewhere else?
Yeah, that's a pretty standard
And
thing.
it's seamless?
And maybe the scene tricky
Because
part.
they kind of have that in Veilguard. They have those magic wormholes, but, you know, the screen goes white and there's maybe a second or two of loading. So it kind of breaks that. You can't walk through an arch and suddenly you're upside down on the side of a tree in a different part of the map. You can't look in the wormhole and see through the wormhole.
Oh, like Portal?
Yeah, like Psychonauts 2 did it as well.
Yeah, sure, but, like, you know, in terms of, like, looking through and seeing thing, like,
Yeah.
I think Portal.
Again, I get it, and I think that would have probably been a lot of time and effort for one level. And God knows those people spent enough time and effort and money on this game.
They certainly spent enough time.
Well, actually, I don't know how much time and effort they spent on this game, but they certainly spent time and effort on a lot of other games that didn't become this game.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, my take on Bellara is, damn, she autistic.
Yeah. Look, you know,
You can't even be mad about it. She really is.
You know, I think everybody judges like, oh, that fictional character has an interest, must be autistic. But no, she is extremely autistic.
No, like, ADHD fully, like, yes.
Yeah.
Look, I have several friends.
Almost all of them.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you've heard Rosie
Mm-hmm.
hyperfixate on Mass Effect. Like, yes, but Laura is definitely autistic.
Yeah, no, she's definitely hyperfixated. I don't know if she's bad at social cues or just very, very awkward.
I mean, it could be both.
I enjoyed bringing her with pretty much everyone.
I found Emmerich delightful, Emmerich and Bellara.
Oh yeah, they have the kind of professor-student thing going on that's great.
Yeah, like, it's cute.
Yeah, and it's cute and not creepy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, probably Davrin's the one who's the most boring. Okay, in my experience, it's mostly elf stuff with them. And it's very much her being like, oh, our culture, our gods, and him being like, I don't really care. But, like, Harding, Actually, I only really hung out with them later in the game when Harding was already in a relationship with Tosh, so it was mostly about their relationship.
Oh, I guess.
Bellara
Yeah.
sending them apology gift baskets of oils.
Yeah, okay.
Bellara and Lucanus was fun.
Oh, right, they would just talk about cooking.
Well, okay. Right, well, it was partly about them taking over the cooking roster because no one else in your squad can cook, which was very cute. But also, I guess that's less a Bellara thing and more a Lucanus thing. Lucanus trying to privatize the Veil Jumpers.
Oh, right.
His inability to understand why they would Veil Jump for free and that they should start charging all the nearby Dalish towns money for it.
Lucanus, yeah, just...
You know, actually, now I think about it, I can't think about a conversation I had with her and Nev. No, sorry, not Nev, Tosh.
I don't really know if I brought them together anywhere, to be fair.
They, at least the way I had them set up, did not have compatible abilities. And I wasn't fully playing mechanically for abilities, but I was at least trying not to do terribly at it. I genuinely can't think of a conversation those two had.
I mean, I was playing on story, so I think that didn't even fucking matter.
But on your first playthrough, you were just Lucanus all the time. And your second playthrough.
I mean, if it was, like, a character-specific thing.
If you were doing something in the forest.
Well, yeah, like, if you went to the Hossberg wetlands, for example, I would almost always bring at least Davrin.
So would I.
Like, you know, it feels like he would, you know, have shit to say.
The amount of times I got bit in the ass by that. It'd be like, oh, we're going to do something in Minrathous. Better bring Nev. And then you get there and it turns out it's about a darkspawn infestation and it's like, damn it!
Yep.
Where's Davrin when I need him?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Bellara and Nev, they're fun.
They're cute.
She's a way overexcited fangirl who can't hide it. And then later, besties.
Yeah, apparently.
Certainly, if you if you get Nev captured, she's certainly very sad about she was my sister.
Oh, yeah, right. We saw that on...
Yeah, they both kind of do it, actually. Because if you get Bellara kidnapped, Nev will be hanging out in Bellara's room.
It's very gay.
Talking about how they're basically sisters.
Oh, okay.
I like it. It's a thing they did in Mass Effect 3, I think, really well.
Oh, what? Where the companions would just hang out with each other sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
I feel
was
like
cute.
they didn't do it as well or as much in Inquisition.
Oh, certainly not to the same effect, no.
Like, I don't remember, you know, you'd go to Skyhold and Blackwall's just hanging out with the Iron Bull having a chat or whatever.
Like, the only time that really happened... And you never really even got to see, like, their character models hanging out, like, you know, like Garrus and Joker did, like, on the bridge or anything. Like, you'd walk into an area, and it would just instantly load up, like,
Cutscene.
yeah, like, the one where, like, Cullen's having his fucking drug withdrawals with Cassandra, or the one where, like, Cassandra's gonna beat the shit out of Varric. But, like, those are cutscenes.
Oh, the one where he's running around the table?
Yeah, he looks very silly.
That's one of the better cutscenes for their clearly animation engine or whatever they have going on in that. Yeah, that's actually weird. That's a step back from Mass Effect 3. I don't know why it was like that. Like, you get people hanging out and talking in the field.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any just non-cutscene casual conversations. And these people are hanging out all the goddamn time in Veilguard.
Yeah, like they're always standing around, chatting with each other about, I don't know, fucking random shit.
I like it. I was reading a article on Polygon. Apparently they were trying a lot more to kind of give them inner lives. I like it. I like the justification that she's the only one that doesn't get a romance.
Oh, Bellara?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if you leave her alone, she doesn't hook up with anyone.
Neither does Davrin.
Oh, yeah. Well, Davrin's too busy being a new dad.
Yeah, I suppose. You're not wrong.
God, right.
You're absolutely not wrong.
Also, it might be because they would be the leftover pair and no.
Yeah, I don't really see that.
Because
Especially since Davrin clearly isn't that big on his culture.
Lucanus and Nev, sure makes sense. Tosh and Harding, sure makes sense. And that leaves your three people left as Bellara, Davrin, and Emmerich.
And Emmerich apparently hooks up with...
Strife.
Yes,
No.
Strife and not Spite.
Yes,
that's correct.
I always get Spite and Strife confused because Strife sounds more like a demon name to me.
It does.
But like Bellara and Emmerich, that's completely off the table.
No, that's not okay, yeah.
I don't know what age Bellara is supposed to be.
I don't know, she just...
And I can't remember if elves... Okay, I looked through that World of Thedas book, and I couldn't find anything about age. So do all races just have human ages?
I think more or less, yeah.
Like, this isn't a thing where dwarfs live to be 150, and elves 200, and Quinari 60, or... No, they're all just human lives?
I think so, yeah.
So Bellara's probably...
Like, it's not Lord of the Rings.
Like, Bellara's probably 20-something then?
Yeah, she seems on the younger side, right? Like, Tosh also seems quite young to me.
They also both have quite young personalities.
Yeah, that's also part of it.
Tosh is young, but, like, she's not, like, 18 because she's...
They?
I meant Bellara.
Okay.
Bellara is young, but they're not, like, a teenager because they clearly have a lot of experience.
I mean...
Engineering-wise.
Yeah, so, like, maybe, like, 22, 23-ish?
Yeah, probably early 20s.
Yeah.
Point is, Emmerich's 50 minimum.
Yeah, that bitch old.
Like, that romance is completely unacceptable. Also, that's a whole professor-student thing that's gross. Davern and Emmerich I don't see being a thing.
Yeah, no way in hell.
A significant age gap as well, and also... They don't seem to hang out much. Besides talking about being dads.
And, like, at best, Davern just seems to... Not Davern, like, Emmerich seems to just mostly ask Davern, like, random Grey Wardens questions, and Davern's most of the time just like, meh.
Yeah, it's kind of... They clearly want to have everybody be able to hang out with everybody, but it's very obvious in that game.
Like, which ones would actually hang out?
Who are friends, and who are co-workers.
Yeah.
Which, that, that makes sense.
Like, it's... Yeah.
That's realistic.
Like, God knows I definitely only have co-workers, so, fair.
I've never had a work friend in my life.
I don't think I've ever actually made genuine friends with anyone at work. 'Cause I'm sad.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that interested in being friends with people just because I work in the same place as them.
Oh.
I've had work people I'm friendly with, but no one I've ever had a conversation outside of work,
Anyway, Bellara.
Bellara. She's a good character. I like her. I was worried at the start that I wasn't, because
She might be a bit too low random.
Also because...
That was my worry.
Also because BioWare always have... She's the Meryl of the game.
Oh, like the
Debatably the Liara. Also the Mission? If you remember from KOTOR.
Oh god, no, dear. I remember jack shit about
the
that
chick
game.
who hung out with the Wookiee. There's always, like, a young, like 22 at most, kind of naive about the world, waifish girl.
Yeah, I don't like the implication of that either.
But I think Bellara works well as a character. I will say I don't like that she doesn't sleep very much, apparently.
No one does.
Mostly because that's 3 characters in your fucking party that do not sleep regularly.
Yeah, apparently.
And that makes me very worried about the work culture at BioWare on this game.
Mm.
Which, I mean, I know it would be bad. I know what BioWare's like. We've heard the reports. I did miss out on a romance with her, though. A romance scene.
What to say, what?
Because I did romance her, but I got her caught by Elganon, so... Clearly,
you didn't get to bone on the couch?
Clearly there would have been a scene in your room before the final mission, but I didn't get, because we were busy being like, oh shit, is she actually dead? Is the game actually going to kill her off? I have no idea at this point.
Yeah, like, especially seeing as how... I mean, I think we don't have to worry about fucking spoilers at
No,
this
I'll
point.
put a thing at the start.
Like, especially since, Harding just straight up fucking dies. It's like, oh, okay. They might actually kill people.
I saw Serenity the movie before I ever saw Firefly the show. But from people who watched it the other way around first, from what I understand, when a character dies in that show, it really made everybody like, oh shit, anyone could die.
Oh, well.
No, Bellara's a good character and I like her. What about Veil? We didn't actually talk about Veil Jumpers.
Yeah, look, like...
We just talked about Arlathan Forest a lot.
No, we talked about them. It's... Like, I played Veil Jumpers, like, on my very first one, because I've almost finished a second run because I fucked up Romancing Lucanus, and I was like, no, I want my pretty bird man.
I like that elves Dalish are kind of more active and involved in doing things now.
I will say, aesthetically, for the Veil Jumpers, holy shit, they went hard on the triangles.
I'm just glad they have a look. Again, having just started Origins and doing the Dalish origin, Wow, I'd forgotten that Dalish in Origins have no look.
Nope, they are just humans.
They are just in the exact clothes everyone else wears. They have shoes on, for God's sakes. They're no fit. They're like slightly shorter than the standard human model, but like 6 inches, and that's it.
At best, yeah.
The Aravols look like ass.
They look like caravans.
They look like a normal wagon with a tarp over it.
They look like caravans.
I don't know if I have any opinion about any specific Veil jumpers, though. None of them jump out at me.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that we have some Asians, even though I'm not quite sure how that works in the world, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't really know how, skin colors or accents. It's the accents that really get me.
Yeah, like, how do you end up with multiple accents for... I mean, they do travel, but, like, it's
Yeah, then again, like...
It's probably just not something that you're meant to think about very much.
I noticed they all stopped being Welsh.
Oh yeah, they definitely did.
Was it only in 2 where they were all Welsh?
They weren't all Welsh, but it was definitely a thing.
There was a lot of Welsh and Irish in there, and then... Was it still there in Inquisition?
No, there was like maybe 1 or 2 Welsh elves, like... The one who I think ended up being like an agent of Fen'Haral and Trespasser, I think was Welsh. But also, clearly I am awful at accents, so fuck knows.
Did notice a lack of Welsh elves in this game.
Okay, well.
I constantly was confused because I kept forgetting what has to be one line near the start where I'm sure they say they must have started after the breach. Because I keep thinking that they were made in response to, like, the ritual going bad, which would mean Veil Jumpers have existed for 2 weeks. Which can't possibly be the case.
Yeah, that... I feel like I accidentally assumed that at some point, and I was like, that makes no goddamn sense.
It's like, no, that must have just made it even worse, and...
I think that is the case. I think that the ritual that Solus was doing just made everything batshit crazy.
Like, it was already kind of funky in that forest, and now it's really crazy.
More or less, yeah.
I don't know about the name, and that does come up in a conversation between Bellara and someone. Like, why the hell are they called Veil Jumpers?
Yeah, I don't...
They don't go into the Veil.
Jumping.
They don't go into the Veil, they explore ruins.
Yeah.
I'm sure she had some kind of bullshit answer, but it really just feels like a cool name.
Every now and then, Bellara also manages to, like, throw out some decent... Like, I think it was, like, a Bellara and Tosh, I think, scenario. Like, Bellara actually explained something quite well. And I was like, oh, I didn't know she could actually be that eloquent, to be honest.
About what?
It was something complicated in magic. But, I mean, like, you know, she actually explained it, like, in a way that wasn't like, oh, you don't understand, or using, like, giant words. Like, she actually explained it well.
She probably spends a lot of time explaining things to other Veil Jumpers and elves.
Oh, yeah, I'd believe that.
Like, I think she seems to be their dedicated artifact person. Sure. I thought you were going to say she occasionally manages to throw out good puns. I'm sure she has something about Hala at the start.
I mean, you were delighted by the, all the Lords of Fortune.
Oh, they're
intros.
quite bad. Hala for Bellara. That also, except that one makes me fuck up her name all the time, because it should be Hala for Bellara, not Hala for Bellara. It doesn't quite work.
Look, a bunch of them don't. Let's be real.
There's some real stretches.
Like, stretches like the boy does.
The boy is her cat.
Yes.
Oh, I like that she has a weird supervillain tendency.
Oh, right.
That she is explicitly disappointed that the bone golem didn't have 6 arms and wings, because why would you create that and then not give it crazy things? Has, in a codec entry, plans to put a death laser cannon on the lighthouse and force fields and an engine and fly it around. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Just a lot of hypothetical plans to create, like, doomsday machines. What did you think about her, personal quest stuff? With her brother and Anaris?
Yeah, like...
I've forgotten the brother's name.
Syrian?
Yeah. That kind of reflects my opinion.
Well... Like, I kind of understand the grief, but, like, even if my sister did something like that, like, it would be a fucking stretch to be able to forgive her for it.
Well, he does do a betrayal at the end and try to save everything.
Yeah, but, it's like...
Well...
Actually, it's like the Arcane problem. Like, how many times does he have to fuck up before you admit that, like, this is bad?
I'm an only child, so I don't get these things.
Yeah.
But it also really didn't help that, I had no context for her brother.
I don't think anyone did.
Like, we know that he died in an accident, and then we meet him when he's returned and he's evil. Like, I have no...
Oh, like what he was like before,
like,
kind of?
Yeah, if I'd met him before and then he died and came back evil, maybe I'd care. But he just shows up like, oh, I'm the brother and I'm evil. And she's still like, oh, no, my brother. And I'm like, well...
Brother!
This is my only experience with your brother. He just kind of popped up out of nowhere. He's wearing a silly mask. You probably hang out with him for maybe 10, 15 minutes at the most across the entire game. Look, at least he tried to redeem himself by reversing the polarity or whatever.
Whatever the fuck was happening, alright?
Though then he died like a punk because he got thrown into a wall.
Yeah!
Because...
look, that's realistic, but also it's like, really?
Yes, but in this game...
Like, you fall from such worse... Like, right?
Yeah, apparently he doesn't have any levels or skills. It's a bit sometimes like when I'm playing a Yakuza game, and like, you'll be in a cutscene and 6 dudes show up menacingly, and that's meant to be scary, and it's like, but in the game I fight like 20 dudes at a time all the time.
Yeah, like in the street, and you beat them up with bicycles.
But sometimes it's like that in cutscenes too. It's very hard in a Yakuza game to judge whether a group of people is supposed to be actually threatening or not because of the amount of dudes you fight all the time. And sometimes it's a little like that in all the Dragon Ages, quite frankly. When they get to Teardrop Island, it's like, oh, the entire Quinari army's there. And it's like, well, as long as we don't have to fight literally all of them in the same fight, we can actually probably get through them pretty easily.
That's some real Discworld logic.
But honestly, you know what? Honestly, even if I did have to fight the entire army at once, they're not all going to be able to reach me.
Exactly.
So as long as...
That's what I meant by Discworld logic.
As long as I can wait 60 seconds for Bellara's auto-healing cooldown to trigger, I can fight forever.
Sure, yeah.
Because video game mechanics. Alright, I feel like that's enough of that.
Sure.
Unless you have any final opinions on Bellara, Arlathan, or Veil Jumpers.
Yeah, no, that pretty much covers it. Like, she was a surprisingly fun character. Veil Jumpers were kind of mid.
I will say Veil Jumpers are the only group where I noticed them getting more dudes and changing.
Oh yeah, their little camp gets bigger and shit.
It must have been I'm assuming it was happening to everyone, but like, the Grey Wardens are quite spread out. Maybe that's the problem. The Veil Jumpers are in that very tiny area, so it's really easy to notice when there's more of them.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Everyone else is kind of spread out. I like that, when you save people in side quests, they are there in the camp. They're not doing or saying anything, but they're there, and I like that kind of...
Like that little group of ones that you rescue, like, hang out the front.
Yeah, that implied world continuity. I like that the Aravals are there.
Aravels.
I like that all those griffins hang around later.
Oh, they're very cute. They're very cute.
I like their little camp. I like that I found one dwarf randomly in Arlathan Forest with the big cheese shield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even anything.
Wasn't.
It was just 3 guys, and they were kind of being like, oh, a lot of Venatori around. I thought it was maybe gonna be like, those guys in Inquisition.
Oh, yeah, the ones that you like.
The D&D party that you basically have upstairs in the bar. Having their own tiny level 2 adventures.
Oh, they do pretty good by the end.
Yeah, they have their little story. But no, I thought that was gonna be that, and it wasn't. Alright, this is enough.
Yeah.
Bellara good, Veil Jumpers, pretty decent.
Yeah, like, they're fine.
Arlathan Forest, it's a good forest. It's not a good, whoa, the Veil's making everything crazy. Then again, the Fade has never been particularly crazy in any of these games. It's always just like a foggy place where a chair is on the ceiling. But if you're not going to make Psychonauts, then, what can you do?
Mm-hmm.